Hello, guys. It's your boys, Javi, Foss, Javi. We are the 8 Podcast. Welcome to our show. Appreciate you guys joining in today, man. Remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell, get the notification gang going on all social media platforms. Please, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you guys, honestly. And thank you for listening. Fun sauce. Daddy likes. Let's get right into the show, man. Let's get into it, man. What's up, Javi?
Nothing, just chilling, dude.
I like your sweater, man.
Thanks, dude.
Sick, dude.
It is sick.
Where'd you get it from?
From our website.
Oh, if you guys didn't know, we do have clothing on our website there. One of the fine examples you can find on the website there. Javi is sporting it for us today. But yeah, how was your week, man? Tell the people waiting. They want to know.
Actually, it was pretty good, but it's just a bunch of work shit. I haven't really been doing much. Been staying sober. That's been going pretty good. Still got a couple months to go. Weirdly, I think I've been so I've been doing the treadmill thing, but I don't think the treadmill really does too much, like as far as like losing weight like fast. But I think I've been losing weight just from not drinking.
Well, yeah, that's gonna help too.
Yeah, because like my days are kind of active at work, but I feel like with the drinking and everything, I kind of just kept everything like just where it's at, you know. But I think I've been losing weight too.
Newsflash, people. Alcohol makes you gain weight. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. In case you guys didn't know, it goes for beer, liquor,
that's the thing,
your seltzers.
A lot of beer.
Yeah.
Light beer, though, you know?
They have calories. Breaking news.
But yeah, they have like a work, you know how you win those like work competitions or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So mine does one, but it's like, I think it's a little difficult because it's like everybody in the whole West Coast, like division kind of a thing. And it's like top 25 from everybody in the West. I don't know where I ranked that last year. But so far this year, I'm like 12th place right now.
In the state?
In the whole West division.
Hey.
Papa, I'm telling you, bruh.
You gonna get a raise or what? Yeah.
I mean, I get paid pretty good, but I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with the raise, then let me get it.
Do you get you sell a lot of Spanish speakers?
A lot of them I do, yeah. I got a pretty good mix of both. Yeah. The white old women do like me a lot.
Yeah, probably ever since you started getting the sweet and sour sauce off your shirt.
Yeah, that was definitely. I don't know.
Well, that's dope, man. We're all happy for you. We're all you're 12th. We want you to. The people are asking. You need your top 3, so let us know. Update us on that. What have you been doing on the treadmill? Just fucking.
The thing is that treadmill is kind of shitty, bro. And I'm kind of scared that if I like push it too far, it's not gonna
sound like that Lyft person's car.
The other thing too is like, this is what's pretty sad too, is like I think I weigh too much that I feel like if I it's just gonna not that it's gonna break, I think it'll just stop. You ever seen a treadmill just stop?
Just rip the fucking mat out and just fucking start smoking.
I think it'll just stay and it won't move if I do anything.
You're powering it and shit. You're pushing it.
So I want to lose some pounds and then I'll start. What I want to do. This is what's really sad about how much I weigh, bro.
Here it comes.
Here comes. What?
Let me. I said, here comes an excuse not to use the treadmill.
No, I'm using the treadmill. I just don't want to
lose weight first before I
don't
want to treadmill.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. Like the whole incline thing. I feel like if I put it on an incline, I feel like it barely struggles with me just doing normal shit.
It would just collapse.
It will just not collapse. It'll just stop. Like, you know, like I can feel like the thing kind of like slowing down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what I really want to do is I want to lose weight and then buy one. But I want to buy one of those like, just like office ones. Because I've seen a lot of people like they'll play video games and they'll walk on the machine.
Yeah. Do you know the weight capacity of those?
Yeah, it's very low.
Yeah, it's like 250.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I see some dudes that I wonder if it's cap on it. Because I've seen some big motherfuckers on that shit that be playing.
Like the TikTok shop ones and shit or what?
Well, I don't know about those. But I see like on the TikTok lives.
Yeah,
the ones that they're using. But then I go on Amazon and I go look at it and it's like like max is like 260, 250.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not even there. I think the highest one I seen was like 300. I can't even get on that bitch, bro. But then I'm like, I wonder if it just says 300 for them to get their bet. Like,
they're like, motherfucker, you gonna have to walk outside. Motherfucker, the only thing holding you is the earth thing.
yeah. But as soon as I get, but that's kind of cool though, because I want I want to do that, you know, because I feel like it'd be dope. Like I could be playing Marvel Rivals and at the same time just getting some cardio in, you know.
You're gonna concentrate too much and then fucking it's gonna fly you off.
Yeah, exactly.
So
because I feel like I'd be so concentrated, I wouldn't notice that I am walking, you know.
Oh man.
But that's my goal right now. I want to lose enough weight so I can get. That's kind of sad though, low key, huh? But it does make me, you know, excited that I have a goal. I think that's what I need to do. I think I never really put myself on goals for weight loss. It's always been like I want to look good, but then it's like that doesn't even have like a set goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to lose weight so then I can get one of those walking ones.
We're all waiting, man.
Yeah,
we've been along for this journey for about.
And then the other thing too I want is like Elias is gonna. The reason why I'm holding off till June is because Elias's birthday is gonna be 21, so we're gonna definitely do something, and I want to look good by then too.
June's coming up, man. It's already getting warm. It's already 60 degrees today.
But I've been losing some weight.
Yeah,
you're a jackass, and I want you to know that
because
you don't. Everyone else will be like, "Yeah, dude, I can tell you've been losing some weight," and then you nothing. You never say anything.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I know you can't because you're a fuck ass, dude.
Well,
I have people that I literally see more, like on a more consistent basis than you, and they'll say shit.
People at work or what?
Yeah, people I work with. My mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Anyways, let's go on. What have you been doing, man? What's going on in your life, dude?
What happened? I had to take Leo to the vet on Friday. Crazy story. Leo's been having explosive diarrhea, TMI, like fucking just shooting out his asshole. And so I've been sleeping on the couch so I can hear when he cries, if he has cried in the middle of the night like he's been doing. To take him out to go use the bathroom. And then Friday, I'm sleeping on the couch, and I wake up at like 4 or like 5, I don't know, 4, hella early, because he's crying in his kennel, and I go to take him out, and I let him outside. I'm gonna let him do his business. So I lay back down for a little bit, and I'm like, I'm just gonna lay down for a second. And I fucking fell asleep with him outside.
Yeah.
And like I'm kind of like half awake, half asleep, and like I hear this dog barking hella loud. I'm like, yo, whose dog is barking like fucking 5 a.m., bro, or 6 a.m.? I'm like, they need to shut it up because it's going to wake Leo up, and I'm going to take him out. He's going to want to go outside. And then dog just not stop barking. He's not barking. Like, he's still barking. He's barking. I'm like, what the fuck? And my eyes shoot open. And I get up and I look in this kennel, and he's not there. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's my dog. And he's just barking at the neighbor's house, just barking at their house. I'm like, oh my God, dude. And he walks up to me, and his paws are just black, like blacker than they've ever been.
Yeah.
Homie was digging to fucking China. And I'm like, oh, it's pitch black outside. I can't even see. Like, it's way too early for this shit. And I'm like, God, dude, this is crazy. So I clean his paws off. I get a little scrubber thing, clean his paws off. And I'm like, I didn't want to go find that hole, bro. Like, I don't, because I like my yard. I take good care of my yard. And like, I was like, I have to already fucking patch 2 holes that he did. So I was like, I don't even want to go look for it. So I was like, we'll figure it out in the morning. I try to lay back down to go to sleep. And then I hear like a little like, sound like something drop something wet. And I was like, oh my God, did he just throw up? And I get out and turn the light on. Bro, he threw up like a pile of dirt. It was almost like a sandcastle, bro. Like
this dude was eating dirt?
Bro, it was high. Like dirt.
He threw up?
Yeah. Like it was like a little pile. Like it was like this high of dirt.
Yeah.
And they threw up again, and it was like all like watery dirt. Just like all across his kennel. Like, yo, fuck, dude. Great.
Bro.
Great. And I think he was stressed because he was outside for a couple hours by himself.
Yeah.
And his stomach was already upset. So some dogs will do that, like eat grass and dirt. Dogs have autism. Dude, my dog doesn't have autism.
Well, bro, your dog be doing some weird stuff sometimes.
He just eats.
I've
shit.
never heard of a dog eat dirt. Keep going.
Look it up. Dogs eat dirt all the time. Look up why
all the time.
Look up why dogs eat dirt. Type it in.
Yeah, but keep going though. Keep going. No, I know, but keep going.
And so I clean it up. I'm like, oh my God, I take his whole tray out, put him outside, take his whole tray out, wash it off. And I'm trying to lay back down. He's gagging again. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Gagging. Yeah.
But no, keep going though. Keep going with your story. We'll talk about this later.
He's
Come
like
on,
gagging.
don't get distracted.
And I'm like, oh my God, I jump up real quick and I let him outside. He goes, throws up. And bro, he's looking lethargic, bro. He's like out of it. He's like walking slow. He's like crying. He's like foaming at the mouth. He's like drooling. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, what is going on? Like, it's now 6 a.m. at this point. I've been doing this for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or an hour.
This was last night?
This is Friday night.
Friday night.
And then I'm like, dude, I'm like petting him outside. We're like hanging out. I'm like it's fucking freezing. I go put on clothes. I'm like hanging out with him. I see the hole. I'm like, oh God, like that's just something I gotta fucking fix. I see the hole and he's like gagging still, peeing. We try to go back in the kennel, try to go inside, put him in his kennel, let him chill out a little bit. He gags. He starts gagging again, like getting up and crying. I'm like, take him outside. Bro, and then he pukes up like a red substance, like blood.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, take him to the vet. Vet trip, here we come. Out of my fucking pockets. And then so I get to the vet. We get to the vet. And then on the car ride there, homie loves car ride. He was acting so fine. Like he was way better than he was at home. And we get to the vet. I tell him what's going on. They check his temperature. Listen to him. Oh, he sounds good, blah, blah. And then I tell the vet walks in, like, because the nurse was doing most of the stuff. But the vet walks in, and I tell her what's going on, yada, yada, yada. And then I was like, yeah, I took a picture. I had a picture of the blood. And I was like, is this alarming? Like, do you think this is what this is? And after I told her everything, she's like, what could happen is he ruptured something in his esophagus because he was, like, dry heaving and puking so hard. And it probably bursted a blood vessel in his throat. And that's what brought up the blood. She's like, that's less concerning than, like, she's like, and now I know this for future reference. So she's like, when you get concerned, if a dog's puking on blood, it's like, if it's like really, really dark and it's like almost like coffee grinds dark, and that you can tell it's coming from the stomach. It's coming from the lower intestine. But she's like, no. And I was like, he was foaming. He was drooling. Like, it was kind of tripping me out. And she's like, it's just because he was puking and it was like he's throwing up. And then she's like, I don't think he has any parasites. She's like, parasites would be like he was throwing up first and then had diarrhea, but you're saying he had diarrhea all week. And then he started throwing up. I was like, yeah.
You still buying him like bougie ass food?
Yeah.
Maybe change his food, bro.
No, it's not his food. I know what it was. It was because I was like, the only thing
know what the diarrhea is?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
I gave him he had omega-3 oils that I used to give him to when he was younger, and they was in my pantry, and it was about to expire in March, like this month. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start giving to him again, and they have doses on it, and I was kind of just like squirting in there, like trying to get rid of it, and that's when he had diarrhea, like literally 2 days later after I started giving it to him. And then I told her that same story, and she's like, yes, omega-3 oils can, it's known, not known, but like it's a common thing to give, like a side effect is to give dogs diarrhea.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I fucking threw that shit away immediately. And so they gave him a shot for his throwing up, anti-throwing up. They were like, we could do x-rays. We could do a fecal sample. I'm like, yo, he's fine. Like, literally on his file, when I take him
to the vet. Do you have
vet,
insurance for him?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because you take this motherfucker
too
many times.
And every time I take him to the vet, it's for him and diarrhea. So I know all the protocols. The only way I took him to the vet is because he threw up blood, which I have never seen. So I was kind of tripping out. And they're like, oh, we could do an x-ray. Like, now that I know he eats stuff, like you're telling he eats a lot of stuff, we should do an x-ray and get a fecal sample. And I'm like, nah, like the x-ray is like 240. Fecal sample's like another 100. I'm like, I'll just get the what I usually like that they give me is the anti-diarrhea stuff that firms up his poop a lot. And so that's nice. And so I just got out of there. It was like 260. But yeah, I have insurance, and it's after 250. After I pay 250 of the insurance, they'll pay half everything now.
Yeah, you probably got that.
So
in the first week, Kevin.
No, this was the first time. It's in February, so it was 261. So yeah, so that fucking happened on Friday, and so yeah, that was eventful. So
what were you doing yesterday? You like left for an hour, and never came back.
Oh, when I at like later at night. Oh, we'll talk about that. Kylie wanted to watch that Gabby Petito documentary.
I don't even know who that is.
You
is that white chick?
You heard about it. It was like 3 years ago.
With the kids?
No.
Oh, never mind.
But they got stopped in like Moab or like Utah with her and her boyfriend.
Oh yeah. That white girl. She was white too, no?
Yeah, that white girl. Yeah.
Well, what about it? They
we'll
figured it out.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Trevor was with us when we were talking about that.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah. See, yeah, it's like.
So it says low red blood cell count. The only reason why I was asking you is it says low quality food. Like, I mean, your dog's a nice dog, and I mean, you're probably buying a bougie shit, and he's probably more of like a wilderness type B. I don't know. That's what I was just thinking.
Upset stomach, and then gastro disturbance.
Go. Yeah.
So I'm saying he had an upset stomach. He doesn't normally just eat dirt. Like he was just probably doing it because his stomach hurt. He had diarrhea.
Yeah, I've just never.
And bro, I'm ready to have a baby, bro. I've been wiped this motherfucker's ass every time he's.
I was literally just gonna say that. It sounds you literally have a kid.
All his hair.
I think it's more maintenance than a kid.
Well, all his hair he has, I had to like shave his butt and like put a nice little like, because he has so much hair. He's a hairy fucking white, and he's a white dog. So every time he diarrhea, I have to go wipe his ass. And I'm just like, dude.
Such a pretty dog, but he's very high maintenance.
He is a little high maintenance.
I started noticing that. I think more expensive dogs always, you gotta take care of them.
It's fucking, I guess it's my fault. I don't know.
Because I had that Frenchie. The Frenchie had gone to the vet a lot more than Yeezy ever has. Yeah. Yeezy was like $100 and homeboy, he's thriving.
Yeah. Same. And then this happened to me last week. I forgot to talk about on the pod, but so I took my car to Subaru like 4 or 5 months ago. It was like 2024.
Yeah.
For like an oil change. And they like wash your car, do whatever to your car after stuff. And they broke my antenna off the top of my car. Yeah. Which, I don't really care about antenna. Who cares? It's not that big of a deal. But they broke stuff in my car, so they're going to fix it, right? So I couldn't make an appointment. I couldn't get a hold of anybody, blah, blah, blah. So I went to go to oil change like last 2 weekends ago or a couple weekends ago. And I was like, yo, what about this antenna on my car you guys broke? Like, y'all going to fix it, right? And there was a super chill guy. He was like, oh, yeah, dude. He's like, I remember this. He's like, I was so pissed at my technicians. Like, I remember this. He's like,
Mom.
Is that my phone or your phone?
He was like, I was so pissed at my technicians. Like, they should definitely bring your car back to the way they found it. Yeah. I was like, all right, let's make an appointment, blah, blah, blah. This was on a Saturday. And he's like, we can get you next Friday. And I was like, is your manager here? I want to ask him about something. He's like, oh, no, he's not here. So I was like, all right. And then Friday comes around.
What were you going to ask the manager?
I'll tell you in a second. I'm getting to that. Okay. So Friday comes around for my appointment. They check me in. She's like, oh my God, we don't have the part. We're going to have to go get it from our Midtown store. And I'm like, I made this appointment a week ago. Y'all didn't order the part then? Yeah. She's like, that's a good point. She's like, 1 second.
Me?
Yeah.
I was literally say some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm like,
you're right.
She's like, that's a good point. Give me 1 second. And so I was like, how long is it going to take? Because when I first made the appointment the week before, he says a couple hours. My appointment is at 1 o'clock. She says, we should have you out around close time. I said, what time you guys close? She said 5. I'm like, what? 4 hours? I'm like, she said, well, we got to go to our Midtown store. I'm like, why isn't the part here? Yeah. Like, why isn't it ready to be? I have an appointment. What is the point of an appointment? And so she's talking to some guy, and I know he's a manager. I could just tell his vibe, giving off manager vibes. And I said, hey, is that your manager right there? She said, yeah, that's him. That's my manager. I was like, can you get him? I got a question for him. Can I talk to him? So you know me. He's taking time. This is an inconvenience to me. I'm here because I am inconvenienced. Yeah. So I said, hey, man, I'm here today because you guys broke something in my car, and I'm here to fix it. And you guys are saying it's going to take a couple hours. Like, I'm missing work for this. Yeah. Like, I'm losing money. Like, I can't. And there's no point in me going back to work just to drive back out there. I live like 30 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? I live like quite a feet. Like, it's going to take me an hour back and forth to get. Like, it's not even worth me leaving, going back home.
Which low-key is kind of true.
Yeah, I do live it's from Sandy. Like I do live like 25. I just rounded up. Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, no problem. He's like, we can get you like a loaner or something. Like, we don't want you sitting around here waiting. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, homegirl already offered the loaner. I know I could get that. Yeah. So I'm like, no, like, I was like, it's like, I don't really want a loaner. He's like, well, what are you thinking or something? I was like, maybe like a oil change and a tire rotation or something, at least. Yeah. And that's like $120 every time I go there because I do that. He's like, let me see what I can do. He's like, let me talk to my district somebody who's was above? Oh, general manager. He said, we talking about general manager or something. And let me get back to you. I was like, all right. And then so I was like, I was gonna go to the gym after I had all my gym stuff. I was prepared to go to the gym, but I was like, she told me she can Uber me anywhere, or I can get a loaner. I was like, I don't want to get a loaner to get my insurance, and then I was like, I don't want. If I don't need a loaner, I probably won't get a loaner. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, they Uber me to EOS down the street. Fun fact, I'm in Sandy-ish area, and the EOS was kind of in Sandy-ish area. Bro, I was driving past this school. The school pulls up, and it's a nice-ass school. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I thought it was a college. At first, I was like, what college is this?
Yeah.
Bro, it was Alta.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I seen Alta, but I thought it was a fucking college campus.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen it. Yeah, it's huge.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It looks like fucking Professor X.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Anyway, so I was around that area. I get my workout done. By the time I get done the workout, they're actually done. It got done around 4 o'clock. So still 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I get back, and they're, all right, you're all good to go. You're all good, Clifford, and my keys. And I was like, yo, where's that manager at? He was supposed to talk to the district manager or something about something. And he's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, so go grab him. And I was like, yo, so what's good with the request? He's like, oh, yeah, we got it taken care of. Next time you come in, it'll be on the house. I was like, do I get a card or something? You guys just got it in your system. Y'all gonna remember this? Because I know car dealerships. I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna get here.
And they're gonna laugh
next
at you,
month. And then like, what do you, a free oil change?
We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that. I'm like, no. So luckily I knew the guys, technician. I was like, yo, I know you're gonna be here the Saturday I pull up, and you better fucking remember. He's like, yeah, no, we gonna remember. I was like, all right then. But let me tell y'all something. The worst they can do is say no. If you are being inconvenienced by something, just ask for some free shit. Just ask for it. What the worst they can do is say no. And the funniest part is, I was already off of work. I had a half day.
What if they listen to this pod? Well, it doesn't matter. They already said.
I already had a half day. I was already done. But I told him, anytime I'm inconvenienced, yo, that's my go-to saying. Dang, I'm missing work for this. Like, I'm losing a lot of money. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I got kids. I got a whole family to provide for, man. These 3 hours are detrimental to my day.
Yeah.
My wife, she might have to find a part-time job. Type shit. So, bring it up. People ask. Say something. Worst they can do is say no. Most of the time, if you pitch it right. And I told Kylie I was already going to do this, and she said, you would do some shit like this. Came back home and said, guess what? Just saved me $130. But yeah.
Proud of you, man.
Yeah. So just a quick story that happened to me. So
Gabby Petito.
Oh yeah, we watched you know who this is. It was
yeah, I remember like they found like the car off to the side. They didn't know where she was.
They had like
and then they pinned the homeboy for it or killing her or something.
Yeah, so Gabby Petito, it was viral. If y'all don't know this chick, went viral in 2022 for...
Should I click on any of these or what?
Yeah, it's fine. She went missing. And she was on a road trip. She had met this boy. They were dating. They got engaged. They decided to have a van life. And bro, and watching this,
I remember
watching this documentary, bro, it's crazy because like some people really like this. Like this guy was like, he was kind of a little off, right? He was a little off, and like they show the text threads through one another, right? And he would be like, she'd be hanging out with her friend. She met this friend off of Bumble,
yeah,
and they were hanging out a lot, and it was taking time away from him. And he would be like, oh, he would like, what is it called? Like gaslight her, almost like manipulate her. He would be like, oh, like, why are you here right now? Why aren't you home? Like, you've been gone for so long. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, babe. Like, I love you so much. Like, I'm just hanging out with such. He's like, no, it's okay. Like, I'm just crying so bad right now. Like, I'm just crying so hard. I'm literally in the tub crying. Okay. Because, and she's like, no, I love you so much. Like, he's like, I'm just crying so hard because I just never want you to leave me.
Yeah.
Some shit. Bitch shit. Yeah, and some bitch shit, like in these messages. And she, but like God rest her soul. But like, he found the girl he wanted to find. he wanted to find a girl. Like looking at this, he wanted to find a girl that he can kind of almost like have depend on him.
Yeah.
And like that he can kind of manipulate. But she had this friend, and the friend was like, yo, like this isn't right. Like he shouldn't talk to you like that. And she was almost like waking up.
Yeah.
And realizing, because the friend was like, yo, he was starting to realize like, yo, like she was kind of being more short and like, yo, like she wasn't being the whole like, oh my God, like I'm never going to leave you, babe. She was just like, yo, don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was kind of like being her own person. She wasn't a confident person at all. Like you can kind of tell, like not at all, but she wasn't very confident.
Yeah.
And it's a very sweet girl though. And he starts to realize this, and all of a sudden, even the friend pointed it out. The next day they were gone. Camp life. They went to do a van life road trip.
Oh, there was an AI. They used AI to. That's kind of weird, low-key.
And so, hold on. And then so even the friend was like, yo, the best thing he could do was isolate her and take her away from her mom, her dad, me, all her friends.
Yeah.
And now it was just him and her. And I was like, yeah, that's not smart of him, but like, that's what he wanted. That's what he, like, in his mind, that was his like best thing to do is isolate her. And then now all she has is him. Right? And so they go on this road trip, and they're starting a van life, and she wants to be a vlogger. She wants to be a YouTuber and like YouTube the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. And how it started getting so viral is the weird shit is, so they had a clip of the cops pull them over. They got pulled over in Utah. You see that one?
Yeah. Well, it shows a picture here of it.
Yeah, that's it. So that's it. So they get pulled over in Utah. We should watch it. I want to see what you think. So, backstory. Someone called the cops because they saw someone driving in a white van of some guy slapping the shit out of some woman, some girl.
Yeah.
So they called the cops, and they're like, white van? What do you mean? Like, how am I supposed to find some white van? So they're already looking for him. And as they're looking for him, he hits a curb. And so they pull him over. Like, yo, all right, well, this might be him. So we're going to pull this over. So they find him.
Thank you. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to go ahead and close your door, okay? Why don't you come over here? SO229, I have the female that was on the passenger seat separated from the male. Keys are on the hood. You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, some days I have really bad OCD, and I was just cleaning and straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him, I just like, I guess my vibe is like, I hear him be like in a bad mood. And I was just saying, I'm sorry if I'm in a bad mood. I've just been really stressed. I had so much work I was doing on my computer this morning.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I used to work at an organic juice bar, but I just quit my job. Okay. I was a nutritionist. That was my job. Cool. And I just quit my job to travel across the country. And I'm trying to start a blog.
They're from Florida.
Yeah.
This is in Utah.
Yeah.
You know how far a fucking drive that is?
It's pretty far.
Like, that is fucking, they were trucking.
So I've been building my website, so I've just been really stressed. He doesn't really believe that I could do any of it, so that's kind of been like I don't know, he's like down there. I don't know, we've just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
He told me I needed to calm down. Yeah. But I'm perfectly calm. I'm calm all the time, and he really stresses me out. And this is a rough morning.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I sit you down in the back seat of my car? You're not in any trouble, okay? I'm not going to be putting handcuffs on
in the back seat of your car.
I locked the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not, go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute because she was getting a little worked up. And then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys from me, so I got in the way. I was just trying to. I know I was going to push, but I was just trying to push her away. Let's just take a minute, step back, and breathe. And she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
Oh, that's from a wire.
That's from a wire?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about hitting that curb?
Hitting the curb was her grabbing the wheel.
She you grab the wheel?
Yeah. She said, I can't believe we're getting pulled over, and then she did it.
What about the speed? Did she take over the? Did she take over the pedal on you?
If I was going fast, I'm sorry. No, it's probably just the moment of like, I'm still shaking now. The adrenaline, seeing the lights flashing up, and then her gripping the wheel. So if I sped up, I'm sorry about that. Or if I was speeding beforehand, I'm sorry.
Alpha November.
And then what? His reaction was to do what?
It's gonna be out of Florida.
He just grabbed you? Did he hit you though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit him, but then I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you. Because, you know, where did he hit you? Don't worry, be honest.
Okay, anyways, it's long. I'm gonna drawn out. She admits to hitting him first.
Yeah, I heard her say that.
Yeah. So they appoint her as the abuser.
Yeah.
At this point, right?
Yeah.
And during this whole thing, like the other homeboys just joking around with the cops, blah blah blah. This is the part where I'm like, you can kind of tell she's just like not a confident girl, and then like she almost seems like when I said like he got.
Do you think on that spike maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me something.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him.
And then the cops say she admits to hitting him, and she was upset. She was frustrated, and he was like, "Oh yeah, she was hitting me, and I pushed her away because she was trying to hit me, blah blah blah." And the cops, some of the lady cop is like, "Yo, a lot of victims will not say that the boyfriend is hitting first because it's just gonna make it worse for them when they get back in the car and we go away." And the lady cop says that on the mic. You can hear her say that, and she's like, "This doesn't sound right to me."
Yeah.
And the one cop is like, "Well, the best we can do is like separate them for the night, send one of them to a hotel, blah blah blah." The cops end up they tell her that story, and she's like, no, I don't want to be separated. Like, I don't want to be separated. I have anxiety. Like, I'm going to freak out. Like, I can't be away from him.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, that kind of gives me the vibe. I'm like, damn, like that's sad to hear. They end up sending him to the hotel because they're putting him as the victim. She's the accuser, right? And so this video happened before, like, she kind of went missing, quote unquote. This is the weird part, right? She talks to her mom all the time. She texts her mom all the time. They were texting, blah blah blah.
This whole trip, she wasn't texting him, right? Or something
no.
like
During the whole trip, she was texting him.
Yeah,
texting him. Oh, and then they told him not to. They told him not to. When they separated, they said, "Don't just reach out to him in the morning. You guys can go back together in the morning." They didn't listen, and they met up that night, right? And she gets to the hotel. While she's at the hotel, and I think while she's away from him, I think she calls her ex-boyfriend.
Her ex-boyfriend?
Yeah, she calls her ex-boyfriend. And she says, I think I want to leave Brian. I think his name's Brian. I think I want to leave him.
Why is she talking to him?
Because she doesn't have anyone else to talk to.
Yeah.
And she hasn't talked to him in a minute. She's like, I think I want to leave him. And she's like, okay, like yeah, you should. Like, I support that. Like, is everything okay? Like, and she's starting to realize he's not like the best guy. And I think it's kind of speculation, right? You don't really know, but I think he might have kind of got a whiff of that, right? And so they go camping. They hitch off somewhere, and she randomly stops texting her mom back.
Yeah. Well, because she's dead.
She stops texting her mom back. They haven't heard from her in so long, and they're starting to get worried. The mom and dad are separated. The mom reaches out to the dad like, "Yo, have you heard from Gabby?" They're like, "No, we haven't." That's weird. I haven't heard from her in a couple days. And at this point, I think it's been a couple days, and they reach out to his parents. And before, she would always say, she said in videos like, "Oh, his parents are kind of weird. Like, I feel like they don't like me and blah, blah, blah." I think his mom's jealous or something. They reach out to his parents and say, have you heard from the kids? Like, we haven't heard from anything, blah, blah. Nothing back. Doesn't text back at all.
Yeah.
A couple days go by, like, yo, this is getting serious. We haven't heard anything. Like, what's going on? Have you heard from Brian? No text back. And then they text him back and say, hey, we're calling the police. The parents still don't text back. And so the dad was like, yo, if I'm a parent and I say something and I say, like, yo, we're calling the police, like, I'm dropping everything. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, is everything okay?
But it's because he was living at their house, wasn't he?
Well, we'll get to that. And so I think it's been fast forward now. They go on the news. Like they raise money or they get money or they already have money and they go on the news now. Now this is where it starts getting blasted everywhere and it starts getting traction. This is where we all start to see it. And then that's how this video pops back up. They released this video for the news. And they have to call. They're from New York. She's from New York. She moved to Florida with him and his parents.
Yeah.
And so they called New York police and they're like, yo, we can't help you. You have to call Florida.
Yeah.
You got to call the district you're in. I think it's been like 10 days at this point, something like that. Fast forward, we're at 10 days or something like that. The cops pull up to their parents' house. Pull up to the parents' house, knock on the door, and they're like, yo, we're from such and such police department. We're here. Like, we want to find, like, have you guys seen Gabby? Have you seen this? And they say, we don't want to talk.
Yeah.
We have a lawyer.
Yeah.
Immediately, they're like, yo, oh, what?
Yeah.
We have an attorney. They're like, okay. They're like, where's Gabby? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk. And he goes back to his car, and the cop was kind of like annoyed, like, because it wasn't his case, right? He's like, yo, New York Police Department's calling me, like, what do they expect from me? And this other girl cop from the FBI, people love her.
Yeah.
They were like, y'all don't think that's suspicious?
Yeah.
Like, as soon as y'all ask them where this girl's at, they're like, where's the van at? The van was in the driveway. The van's in the driveway in Florida. Like, this was in Utah.
Yeah.
And the lady cop was like, you don't think that's suspicious?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I think it's suspicious. Like, what do you want to do? There's no probable cause. She's like, go back there again and then try to send a different officer and you try to talk to him. They send a different officer up there.
Yeah.
The officer's talking. They're like, okay, then where's Brian at? The parents say, oh, he's inside. That's when the twist is like, yo, what the fuck? And they're like, where's the van? Is the van there? They're like, yeah, it is. Then they're like, this van belongs to Gabby Petito. We're going to tow it if Gabby's not here. They're like, oh, sure, whatever. Like, we have a lawyer. We don't want to do this. And so the parents find out that he's there. They're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, where's our daughter? Like, where is Gabby? Like, why are y'all not putting two and two together? Why? This is suspicious.
Yeah.
And so now the media this is blowing up. The people it's so crazy. There's like crowds at their house every day protesting. And they were just living their life, blah, blah, blah. I think they finally are tying him to Gabby being missing now. Brian, now they have not a search warrant, but like now they have probable cause. They're like, all right, we're here to arrest Brian. Where's Brian? The parents say, oh, he's not here anymore. He went camping a couple days ago. So that's another big thing of like people like, yo, y'all literally let him fucking get out of it. Y'all literally let him walk away.
Yeah.
And so now they start searching stuff. They get probable cause. They find the van. There's they find some stuff in the van, and there was a note from his mom. It literally said, burn after you read this. From his mom. Let me pull up his parents. I'm going to show you what his parents look like.
What the fuck? I didn't know that. His mom?
His mom wrote him a letter. Said, burn after you read this. I think his name's Brian. Fuck.
Petito.
No, her name is Gabby. Brian Laundrie. His parents just creep me the fuck out, man. Oh, it's Command C. Pause, people, sorry.
Tell me to do it while you keep talking.
No. Yeah, that would have been helpful. Okay.
Are you doing the letter?
Yeah, just put parents. No, put parents right here. No, not letter.
Oh, I thought you.
Delete letter.
I want to see the letter though. I think people right now what they give a fuck about is the fucking letter. What did the fucking letter say?
I'm gonna tell you.
Don't fucking do that. Why are you trying to show me their parents? I don't care what their parents look
I just want to show you what they look like. They look. Oh, there's no good ones.
They look like white people. White people are scary, dude. Yes, we understand.
I didn't think she looked. Well, I thought she was like European. I mean, but obviously,
yeah, original colonizers.
You can't find them. Anyways.
Right there, look.
Oh yeah, look at him right here. Like his mom just. I don't know. His mom just creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah, his mom has a creepy nose.
The letter said, "Burn after reading."
Okay.
And he didn't burn it. And the letter, it just summarized the letter because what they say in the documentary said, "I love you so much. I'll do anything for you." She's like, if you are in jail, I will be there. I will bake a cake and put a file in it and break you out. She says, if you kill somebody, I will be there with a body bag and a shovel to help you bury it, to help you hide it. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like if my mom sent me a letter, I love my mom to death, but if she sent me a letter like that, I'd be like, yo.
What kind of letter is that? Yeah.
That's kind of creepy, Mom.
Do you think that letter was before everything?
I don't know.
Do you think Homeboy already had this plotted out and had told the mom?
Yeah. So Gabby goes missing, or she's missing now, bro. They had the FBI. They had So then they the last scene location. There was another vlogger who did van life. They're called Nomads.
Yeah, and they caught her at Wyoming.
Yeah, in Grand Teton, and that's how they found out where the last location was. But that's where the van's last location was. But he went. He was camping somewhere in Florida. Remember how he left, bro? They have watchdogs. They had helicopters. They had drones. They had search units. FBI was out there, special forces, looking for this guy.
Was it Homeboy still at home or something?
No, he left. He did leave? They find his car. His car is outside. They shut down the whole park to find this guy.
Yeah.
They're on ATVs. Professionals.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to paint this picture of how hard it was to find this guy.
Yeah.
They're out there for hours. The next day, they open up the park for the public again. His parents are like, we're going to go find him. We're going to go find him. Find him within fucking, I think, like an hour. So I'm like, suspicious.
Yeah.
Like, you just knew exactly where he was, huh?
Yeah.
They had dogs, drones, helicopters out here. And they're just out here walking. I think this was them right here when they were trying to look for him. With a backpack and just out there strolling. Looking for the guy. Find him. They find a notebook, a waterproof notebook that the police later opened up, and he wrote a letter because they found his body. He's dead. Killed himself. What a fucking pussy. I think that's the most pussy shit you could do is you kill someone.
Yeah. And
then you kill yourself.
Yeah.
Just kill yourself.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Anyways, the note said something about, by the way, they find her in a fetal position just on the side of the road. Like he didn't bury her. He didn't do anything. Just with her boots off. This is when they found her body 12 days. It looks like she'd been there for 12 days. She's in the fetal position on her side with a little fire that looked like he tried to start, and with her boots to the side. And that's how they found out, like, oh, we found the body. He put in his memoir, he says, I'm writing this letter to let to his parents that I have killed myself. I wonder if I can find his letter that he wrote. What is it called when you leave a letter after?
Fuck, I don't know.
Is it a memoir? It's not a memoir. Read the letter in front of right here. Notebook confession.
Click on that.
I did, brother.
Is it that?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I think this is maybe Gabby, I wish I was right by your side. I wish I could be talking to you right now. I wish I'm going through every memory we made. Blah, blah, blah. Love you again. No. if you're reading Gabby's journal. Oh, and by the way, let me backtrack because I didn't before we get to his death. After she died, she started texting her family. Oh, can you reach out to? Can you reach out to Steven? And she's like, Steven, which is her grandpa. That's when the mom knew, was like, this is weird. Like, she would call him grandpa, not Steven.
Yeah.
And they find out he was just texting back and forth. And then the police decided out it was way too fast. After she went missing, he called. They looked up all the phone reports. They pulled up the phone reports. He called his mom, and they had an hour-long conversation. And they had called each other back and forth at least 10 times. So fucking weird. Fucking weird. Okay, right here. Let's just say they loved you as much, if not more than me, a new daughter to my mother, an aunt to my nephews. Please do not make this hard on them. What does he say when he fucking say, I have killed myself? We'll get to that point. Rushing back to our car to carry across the streams. It says an eligible before it got too dark to see, too cold. I hear a splash, a scream. I could barely see. I couldn't find her for a moment. Shouted her name. I found her breathing heavily, gasping. She was freezing cold. Eligible says the blazing hot national parks in Utah. The temperature had dropped to freezing, and she was soaking wet. I carried her as far as I could from the stream toward the car, stumbling, exhausted and shocked. When my blank and I knew I couldn't safely carry her, I started a fire and spooned her as close to the heat as I could. She was so thin, had already been freezing too long. I couldn't at this time realize that I should have started the fire first, but I wanted her out of the cold back to the car. From where we started the fire, I had no idea how far the car might be, only knew it was across the creek. When I pulled Gabby out of the water, she couldn't tell me what hurt. She had a small bump on her forehead that eventually got larger. Her hurt?
Her feet hurt.
Oh, her feet. Fuck, this light is so bright. I thought it was a fucking L. Her feet hurt. Her wrist hurt. She was freezing, shaking violently. While carrying her, she continually made sounds of pain. Laying next to her, she said little. Says between violent shakes, gasping in pain, begging. Oh, gasping, begging in pain, begging for her to end her pain. She would fall asleep, and I would stay awake with her, fearing that she would close her eyes if she had a concussion. She would wake in pain. Start her painful cycle again, ineligible. Furious that I was the one waking her. She wouldn't let me try across the creek. So I would start the fire again while she would sleep. She would freeze. I don't know how long the extent of her injuries are. Only she was in extreme pain. I ended her life. I thought it was merciful. That's what she would wanted. And I know now all the mistakes. I panicked. I was in shock. But for a moment, I decided I took her pain away, and I knew I couldn't go on without her.
So he's basically saying he killed her because he was trying to put her out of her misery?
Yeah.
What did he do to kill her?
Strangled. The cause of death was strangled her.
Fuck, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Imagine someone literally just fucking grabbing your neck and squeezing so hard you're taking the life out of someone.
The thing that's so crazy about it is like even if it's true, like how this went down, it's still it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
you're like,
nuts.
I'm going to end her pain. But it doesn't add up how she was found.
Yeah.
She wasn't wet at all.
She was not wet.
Like there was no
fucking 12 days after, Papa.
But there was like no signs of like anything like that.
Like
that,
she had fallen into a creek
nothing
or anything like that.
I rushed home to spend any time left I had with my family. I wanted to drive north and let James or TJ kill me. Oh, James or TJ's are they're her dad and stepdad. But I wouldn't want to spend any time in jail over my mistake, even though I am sure they would have liked to. I'm ending my life not because I fear punishment, but rather because I cannot stand to live another day without her. I've lost our whole future together. Every moment we could have shared. I'm so sorry for everyone's loss. Please do not make life hard for my family. They've lost a son and a daughter. The most wonderful girl in the world, Gabby. I'm sorry. I have killed myself by this creek in hopes that the animals may tear me apart. Oh, yeah. He would always take pictures of like dead animal bones and like skeletons and stuff. They were both art majors in high school. They were very artsy. So
it's always the artsy people.
Yeah. I have killed myself by this creek in hopes that the animals may tear me apart, that it may make some of her family happy. And I think that was the end of the note. Oh. Please pick up all my things. Gabby hated people who litter. And so it was a waterproof bag. And so, yeah. And so that's pretty much how, I mean, that's, yeah. So he ended up fucking being a pussy and taking his own life and killing himself after he strangled this girl and killed this girl. But it's just sad. The saddest part about this is because some girls are too scared to leave.
Yeah.
One, because it could have been from her point of view of like, I'm alone. I don't have anybody. I can't survive maybe without him. Who knows? Maybe if that was her thought process, or if it was as abusive as some people are putting it out to be. Some women are scared to leave their abuser because they think it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
And that's just the saddest part. I think that's the saddest part to me is that she knew she wanted to leave, but she didn't know how. And it ended up costing her life. And so, yeah, I think that shit's super sad, and it's just really super unfortunate. So, but the crazy part is you can look up her
video.
If you look up her video,
yeah, I'm gonna want to watch it though.
Huh? I'm not gonna watch it. It's fucking hella long.
Fucking Lifetime bought the rights to it or what?
No, she has a YouTube channel.
But she only had one video?
Yeah, this is it right here.
I told you I don't want to watch it.
I'm not watching it, G. Give me a fucking second, man. That was 2 days ago. Someone said after they found out she died, someone posted and said, "See you guys in 5 years when Netflix make a documentary about it." And that's how I found out when I found the video, because Netflix made a documentary about it. What does it say? 10 million views. Daring? That's amazing. It's just tragic that you're not here to see it. But that's 10 million people that would think about you when they see this beautiful sunset. Oh, yeah, that is nice. But yeah, it's just fucking... Hopefully the family gets the...
Nope.
No, hopefully
they didn't even have an ad.
But 10 million views, though?
Yeah, it's still nobody gets paid on that.
Yeah, I feel like you did.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
10 million views, no one gets paid?
Because there's no ad, nothing. Because the channel's not monetized.
You can't keep chocolate in Utah.
So it's just 10...
Not in July.
Yeah. I thought she would get paid for that. 10 million views is kind of crazy.
I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't work for YouTube, but I would assume no.
Oh, did someone take over the channel? Maybe that's what she named it.
Do you want to go across the world? Across the U.S.?
With you?
Van?
No.
Let's
Not
do
a fucking
it.
chance in hell.
Why not? I'll sleep outside.
That whole story was...
Yeah, you took a big chunk of just talking about this shit. Hopefully people are still listening.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good story. But yeah, shit's sad, man.
So you wouldn't get in a van with me?
No.
What if I slept outside?
Maybe.
They find me. You leave a notebook too. You're just like, he wanted to sleep outside because he snores too much.
I wanted to talk about one last thing.
He was in so much pain.
I wanted to talk about another thing.
That's not funny, but it's funny, low key. You know.
Am I connected to Bluetooth?
Yeah. Turn it up. Turn it up, turbo.
This shit's funny right here.
To be selling
seen
a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. and we think it's going to be extremely successful. Never been done before or anything like this, but we're going to be selling.
So basically, we got a fucking subscription to America.
So basically, guess what? My tia can finally make it here to the U.S., but she needs to get
She
5
million racks, bro.
It's crazy and it sounds crazy, but I feel like low-key, there might be some people that would pay for
What about
that.
the drug lords that
Huh?
have like? What about the drug lords that are just like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess it can. That is nuts. I feel like low-key in part, he's trying to troll with it. But
I mean, I feel like people who have enough money for $5 million, like they're not trying to come to America to be a citizenship, maybe, or like maybe they are. But he says like employ people and give people jobs.
well, I think that's what I say. It's more be like a business venture.
yeah.
But the thing is, like, if you're already making that kind of money outside the U.S., do you really need to make it in the U.S.?
Well, people always like come to the U.S. and being in the U.S. though. It's like having a status, but like
Yeah.
it's just like a card. You like flash it, like you get pulled over or something. Like
Gold card.
it's like a red, white, and blue card. You pull it out of your wallet. Eagle screeches like it's like a sound effect. Like
Sounds like a crow.
God
Papa.
bless the USA. You know, eagles don't actually sound how you think they sound.
Really? They don't make
You know,
that
every
weird
eagle that
screech?
they've used for like probably like a football stadium or something like that. Yeah, eagles they sound super ugly.
Can we listen to one?
Yeah, and I think they use a different bird. Fun fact. Eagle sound, yeah.
Just click on this.
No, that's a red-tailed hawk and eagle. Yeah, do that one. This is crazy looking birds, bro. Those things are fucking huge.
Do other countries have animals?
Like symbols, like Canada has like the maple leaf and
Alright, when does this guy make sound now? What if this whole video he does? We just sat
just
here.
bald eagle calling.
Just takes out a phone. Hey, yo, what up, G? Bruh.
Probably at the very end, bro.
That doesn't sound too bad.
That's like a calling. I think that's like a mating call or something. I'm trying to hear like an eagle screech. Go back. Like, yeah, like no one's in right. The bald eagle sound. That one million views left.
Eagles are magnificent birds, and they're often used as symbols of strength and power. They're also portrayed in TV shows. However, that actually make. The call of an eagle is a high-pitched
maybe that
whistle
is-
that's different than the screeching sound that we're used to hearing.
I see.
In fact, eagles are often
Alright, this guy
portrayed with the
fucking-
sounds of other birds, like vultures or
Sorry. He was getting annoying.
But yeah, it's funny how that we paint the we paint the eagle something, but like the screech you hear, like all the movies and like football games and stuff, it's like a whole. It's not even the fucking eagle. It's a
Do
different.
you
bird.
think that bird that makes that sound is probably
He's
jealous?
the eagle's ghostwriter?
Yeah.
He's
Do you think he's upset?
probably.
They should make a documentary on him.
Yeah, he didn't copyright his sound. That was his fault. He should have put it on paper.
They stole his voice.
So,
Is
yeah,
that a
man.
real eagle right there with that chick? It looks fake.
Some eagles are huge, man.
No, I know they're huge, but is that a
Right here?
real one? It is. What?
Hi everybody, it's Sophie with the Alaska Raptor Center, and with me today is Sitka.
Bro, that shit look like a dinosaur.
They're huge, bro.
Pick you up and drop you.
Yeah, man. Did you see the thing with Trump and the
Yeah, they
Ukraine
were like
leader?
fucking, yeah.
Bro, we're so embarrassing.
This motherfucker was really arguing with his ass.
He was so nice too, the Ukraine guy.
Yeah.
And he walks in on like normal clothes, which shout out to him, bro.
Yeah.
Like just you're a fucking world leader. Like dress how you want.
Yeah.
And they're blitzing him. Why aren't you wearing a suit? Do you own a suit?
Yeah.
He's like, my country's at war. He's like, I don't wear suits. I'm like, bro, we got bigger things to worry about than whether the guy's wearing his fucking suit or not.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And then he goes to Canada, or no, the Canada guy meets him, and it was like a world of difference, bro. I'm like, oh, we're so embarrassing. They literally have like arguing back and forth, like having a shouting match. I'm like, we're just embarrassing, bro.
But we'll blast their ass.
Yeah. Trump's fucking... He's unhinged, bro. Why we need a younger president.
That's what I'm thinking, because aren't you supposed to be like 30 at least?
We need someone like in their 40s.
Is it?
Why can't you be president like in your 40s? Why do you gotta wait until you're like 60s?
Do you think anyone has like...
I think JFK was the youngest president.
How old do you have to be minimum?
I think 30 something, but...
Can we be a duo? Can we identify as one person, but we're two?
The youngest president, Theodore Roosevelt, at 42. The oldest person is Donald Trump. I thought Biden was older than that.
What's his anti-aging pill you were going to say?
Oh, I was going to show a video for it, so I don't want to talk about it.
There is some encouraging news for dog owners this morning. Soon, you might be able to help extend the life of your furry friend. A San Francisco biotech company said yesterday it has developed an anti-aging pill for dogs. It can be prescribed for canines 10 years or older that weigh more than 14 pounds. The FDA certified the daily pill. It will likely be available by the end of the year.
I mean, that's the best news of the morning.
Well, simple question, can they make it for humans?
That's right.
I mean,
that's true.
Right?
That's true, though. Where does it end?
How much more life?
I don't know. I'm trying to buy it, though, for Leo. Fuck. I mean, he's only 2, but...
I'd buy it for Yeezy. Keanu asked the other day if
he's gonna live forever?
Yeah. Kind of felt bad. And then did I tell you that my fucking TikTok is now fucked by like sad ass fucking videos. I was fucking 2 nights ago, I was watching, it's like fucking 2:00 in the morning. And there's a video of like this like husky with this guy's kid. And they just have like videos of like them growing up together and like the dog getting old. And then it's the kid's like probably like 7.
16. Oh yeah.
And like he's doing that whole like last hug kind of a thing. And I was just fucking sitting there crying.
Yeah, it's hard. The dog videos get you.
Yeah.
They get you, man.
We're crying now. Well, yeah, I'll buy a pill.
Yeah. Should we just take it and see what it does to us?
Yeah, let's do it. We start fucking eating dirt.
Fuck, man. That damn dog, dude. Well, I think that's it for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was a great episode here today. Thank you for locking in. Thank you for joining in. Let us know. Watch the Gabby Petito documentary on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's only 3 episodes. And yeah, Bob, you got anything to say? All right. And
if you're a woman or a guy out there and you're getting abused, say something, please.
Yeah.
Tell somebody before it's too late.
They have a lot of organizations, a lot of pages you can go to and seek help. Her family did a lot of messages, though, that saying this helped them and they left her with their abusive relationship.
Are you going to leave yours?
No comment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for rocking with us. Peace.